So another question for the sermon was this. I hear there are Unitarian Universalists in Africa. Is that true? And where else in the world are there UUs? Well, all that orange. Quite a lot. This surprised me too. I had great fun with this part of the sermon. The Unitarian Universalist Association is an association of congregations in the United States. It's closely affiliated with the Canadian Unitarian Universalist Association and maintains a strong tie with a group called the International Council of Unitarians and Universalists. There are Unitarians in the rest of the world, an amazing variety of Unitarians. There are small groups of Unitarians all over Europe, especially in the British Isles, where they have quite a presence and some very, very beautiful chapels. There are Unitarian Universalists in Eastern Europe, both in northern and southern India, in South Africa and in South America, in Uganda, Nigeria, Togo, and the Congo, in the Philippines, where they are Universalists, in Australia and New Zealand, also Japan, Singapore, Mexico, Sri Lanka, and other parts of the world. These folks came to Unitarianism in a variety of ways. But the basic thing is that the world over, people have read their Bibles and said, it seems to me that most of this book says that God is one, not God is three. That's how the oldest Unitarian churches in the world got started, in Eastern Europe, in Hungary, Poland, and Transylvania. And there's a particularly nice story about the Unitarians in the Khasi Hills, India. It seems that when the British took over India, they discovered the indigenous people of the Khasi Hills, and they assigned some Welsh Calvinists to be their missionaries and to bring them to Christ. Those missionaries did the hard work of learning the Khasi language, translating the Bible, and teaching the Khasi people how to read. One of the Khasi leaders, Mr. Kisan Singh, read his Bible and didn't care for the message. He liked Jesus, and he argued with his Welsh missionaries about a religion which was like Jesus' religion, rather than a religion about Jesus, which is what he thought they were teaching. The Welsh missionaries heard them out, and they said, no, 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 that's Unitarianism. That's a heresy. And Singh said, Unitarianism, huh? How might I contact these Unitarians? Eventually, he got a volume of the writings of William Ellery Channing. This was 1887. That little tribal group of Unitarians has been flourishing in their corner of northern India ever since. There are about 10,000 Unitarians in 32 churches in the Khasi Hills. The Khasi Unitarians, like the Transylvanian Unitarians and like the Philippine Universalists, are mostly farmers. The African churches developed mostly in a similar way, with the exception of the church in Cape Town, South Africa, which is a descendant of the British Unitarian churches. Most of the other African churches sprang up in a way very similar to the Khasi Unitarian churches. Somebody read their Bible and kept on looking. The Philippines churches were started in the 1950s and affiliated with the Universalist Church of America. These native peoples liked the Christianity that the Catholic missionaries brought to their islands, except they couldn't square the idea of a loving God with the bit about burning in an everlasting hell. They decided that God's love would embrace everyone, and from there they found the Universalists. And the Universalists admitted them into membership in the days before the Unitarians and Universalists merged. There are more and more opportunities for communication with UUs from all over the world, travel opportunities, partner church pairings, and so on. Often small groups and congregations become quite involved with one or more of the Unitarian Universalist groups overseas.